Hello, y'all. Welcome back. We are back with another celebrity reads. Today, we are going to do a reading on our infamous Heath Ledger. Okay, Heath came to me, I want to say April 4th. I've been kind of rocking with him for a while now. It took me a while to kind of get his story together. It took me some time actually hanging out with him. He's so sweet, such a sweetheart. Very funny, very courageous. He's an actor, so he goes in between different modes. He's really funny. He's a really cool person. So it took me a while to do his reading because it was so much involved. Actually, I was kind of nervous because dealing with the Joker entity within itself, you know, he plays a lot of games. He's a trickster. So I had to, kind of ease myself into his energy, just kind of fill him out. And so I was able to get a lot of information in regards to that. So he definitely just wants to speak on updates in regards to how he's doing, how's life on the other end, on the other side. And he also wants to deliver messages to his baby, and he just wants to connect with us, and he just wants to really speak on his final moments. There was a lot of stories that were not told correctly in regards to his passing. And so he definitely wants to speak on that. He wants to speak on the pharmaceutical company. Okay. That is definitely a part of his passing. Uh, Industry sacrifices as well is something else that he wants to speak on. And I'm going to try to deliver the messages the best way I can. But again, I have to deliver the messages for them. I work for the transition, not for y'all. So these messages have to come out the way that they come out. So, I do like to add a trigger warning on there as well. So let's get started. So, a few things I want to talk about with Heath. There's a few things I want to, talk about as we spoke earlier. So, what we're going to talk about today is the actual mind of the Joker. So, in his final moments, I noticed that there was a lot of blogs. When you heard about his story, when you heard about, his final moments, they really talked about how he had insomnia, how he couldn't sleep, how he spent a lot of sleepless nights. And also too, he talks about like him pacing, because when he, like, right now he's pacing back and forth in my room. I'm not when he comes around, I get extremely hot. Okay, so heavy emphasis on hot flashes, cold sweats, things like that. So possibly when he was able to get some sleep, he was having a lot of cold sweats. He was also experiencing uh very deep thoughts. Okay. As you know, the entity of Joker really takes over each artist. If you notice that every actor that has played the Joker have went through some type of insanity. Okay, because the energy within itself, within the Joker, that entity is very powerful. Okay, is extremely powerful. Now, the mind of the Joker has a dark sense of humor. Okay, so he tends to play Joker is I compare him to like Thanos from the Avengers. I compare him to them because one thing that made Joker the best villain ever. Okay, not only did Heath win, he was the first person to win, and I think it was either an Oscar or a Grammy in regards to the first villain. Nobody has ever won an award for the villain role. Nobody has ever did that, and so Heath was the first one to do that. Now we noticed, I think Joker was played three times, maybe two or three times prior to Heath's existence with the Joker. Okay, but Heath really set the tone. Like Heath really became Joker. And so I had to dig deep with that because, either one thing, because now Heath was a very obsessive. Okay, so he had heavy emphasis on obsessions. Okay, especially when it came down to his artwork, photography. Heavy emphasis. He might have been a photographer. okay, and film. He was also interested in film directing as well. He was taking some classes with a man named Jerry or Grinnell, something like that. Anyway, that was his roommate, so that's who he spent his final moments with. Bear with me one moment, okay? Sorry about that. So going back, so he speaks heavy emphasis on a roommate. Okay, all right. So we'll get back to that because he kind of jumped ship there. I just had to. I try to when I hear them speaking, I always try to because right now he's just sitting here. He has on a white shirt. He has on black pants. Okay, his hair is kind of like wavy. Very beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful human being. Now he is showing me his scars on the side of his face, so I'm not really sure what that's about. All right, so Heath is an Aries. Okay, so Heath was a person that took a lot of risk. Okay, he always jumped out there. He was already animated. Okay, so Heath was a very animated person within itself. He's always been spontaneous. He's always been you never know. You never know what was next with Heath. Okay, heavy emphasis that he had a very strong relationship with his sister. Um, he definitely loves and misses his sister very dearly. They had a very close relationship. He feels that his sister was left out in the cold in regards to his death. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was telling me that he had spoke to her maybe prior to his passing that same night, or he could have seen her. She might have been over the home, something like that. But he's in her either spoke. They definitely had a conversation prior to his passing. Now, he's transitioned at the age of 28. Okay. So really, really young guy. I'm 28. So he transitioned at 28 years old. And before he's passing, his net worth was $16 million. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on, if you want to sit over here and quote me verbatim on the numbers. I'm not into all that. Like I stated, uh I'm seeing a 16, and when you understand, when celebrities die, or when celebrities transition, or when they pass, they definitely the bloggers or whoever the reporters are, they kind of put in there what they want to put in there. Sometimes it's not always the truth. So I'm getting the number 16 mil. Now, with the infamous The Joker role, like I stated, he was the first to win an Oscar of playing a villain character role. Nobody in history has done that. So he speaks originally how he wanted to play Batman role. He actually really wanted to be Batman, but for some reason, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Christopher Nolan, which is the person who created the Joker role, or the Joker role entity, or that identity. When he chose, when he was, you know, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's very choppy because he's becoming, he's starting to stutter just a little bit. So just bear with me one moment. Yeah, like I was stating, so okay, so he had a roommate. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This roommate and film director, and the roommate was a possibly like a teacher or educator. He had been working with Heath for some time now. I've seen that he worked with Johnny Depp. I don't know cry baby, your mama titty. Okay, so cry baby Johnny Depp is popping up here. I'm not sure where he is involved in this by any means. I don't. Now, let's talk about the death and let's talk about the last few moments. Okay, so no, I'm sorry. So with the Batman role, he really wanted the Batman role, but unfortunately, um Christopher Nolan thought that Heath would be better with Joker. And so, like I said, the Joker energy within itself, that entity had a lot of influence on a lot of decision making. So that entity wanted Heath. That energy attached itself to Heath like a magnetic. Okay, he's showing me a magnet. Okay, so it attached itself to him like a magnet. Now it's crazy because when I was catching up on his story, when me and him was vibing and he was taking me through his so he did walk me through his apartment. So he wants to talk about the walk through his apartment. And then when we were walking through, because there was like a brick wall or something in his apartment, I'm not sure, but he was showing me like a brick wall. But there's a particular mirror in his bathroom. That mirror is that entity was there. It's something with the mirrors. Mac Miller came in too at the same time. I'm not sure what they have in common. I don't even know why Mac Miller is popping up in Heath Ledger's reading, but Mac speaks on the mirror, okay, and the medicine that was given. Now, okay, so we talk about the last few moments. So they tried to say that, well, they did say the cause of his death was due to acute combined drug intoxication, which means that pretty much he used more than one sleeping pill or more than one pill to help him with his insomnia. So when I'm gonna pull cards on it, because you know me, I like to show you the truth. So he speaks on that. Then they say that he had a cocktail drink right before his passing. Now I'm seeing that the drink was actually made and given to him. So this drink that Heath is talking about was given to him. Sorry, now he's my little baby now. So sometimes I get a little passionate when I speak on him. I'm not fussing. Okay, I'm not fussing. But truth being told, okay. So anyway, now here's the thing. Heath went through a breakup. He died in 2008. His breakup happened maybe 6 to 7 months prior to his passing, right before his passing. So not only was that on his mind, the Joker entity within itself kept Heath very secluded from his family. Just that role within itself was very intense, okay? Because look how good he did. Whenever you get a chance, go watch The Dark Knight, okay? Go watch The Dark Knight. It was one, and it was crazy, y'all. Was The Dark Knight was one of my favorite movies, and so I never was really into like Batman, Superman. I was always into Joker. Like I always loved that villain, and look at me now. Okay. So back to where we were going. So he talks about that breakup. Now, these two, him and Michelle, if I'm not mistaken, her name is Michelle, his former wife, they were very young, very young. When they had the Matilda. Matilda is, I think I'm not mistaken, 14 to 15, maybe 16 now. Not sure her age, but they were very young. After that, Michelle, so once he passed, not only did he go from like 4 mil to 16 million of network off of the Joker's role, okay, all of her, all of the all his estate was donated to the late actor's daughter, Matilda Rose, 2 years prior to his death. Okay, so the separation took place in 2007. So which lets me know that, okay, so he felt left out in the cold. He felt like nobody was there for him. He felt like that he really was battling this situation. And instead of people helping him and being there for him. They judged him, called him crazy, okay, manipulated him. Okay, heavy emphasis on the pills that he took. So he wants to talk about, he noticed that the pill bottle that he noticed that and also too when Heath passed, he doesn't remember seeing a pill bottle near him. And they try to state that there was a pill bottle that was near him. He's not familiar with that at all. He's not familiar with the pill bottle. And when he did see a pill bottle, he seen that there was a yellow sticker that you can kind of hung off a little bit of the pill bottle. The pill bottle had to be this big, maybe this thick too. Okay, could have been a nice size, so it had a little bit more than the average pills in there. But he wants to talk about how he's seen when he got a refill. Something about when he got a refill. When he received his refill, he noticed that there was a yellow like hazard sticker on there that he had never really noticed. That's what he wants to talk about. Yep, yellow sticker on the pill bottle. He was also found by his housekeeper and his masseuse. Okay, so his massage therapist. That's who he was found for. But what's funny is, where was the roommate? I pulled cards on this Grinnell person. The roommate spent the final weeks and days with Heath. He felt like Heath was going crazy. He stated that Heath had a heavy insomnia. But what's funny is that you and Heath had a very, very, very close relationship. And when I pulled cards on your relationship with Heath, I asked Heath about you. And broken heart and defeated. I'll show y'all in a second. So he noticed him struggling at night. So when he got on camera, he spoke on his last nights, his final nights, how he kind of like paced back and forth. And when I first started seeing Heath, so when Heath came in my room, I was living somewhere else at the time. And so when Heath walked into my room, right, I was like, Heath, are you here? Like, are you really here on your birthday? Like, you could have been anywhere in the world, babe, but you decided to be here with me. And because of that, y'all know the rest. Anyway, I said, damn, Heath, what's up with you? What's up, Heath? So Heath, he came in all like, hey, Jocelyn. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. But he was just like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I was sent, my dad and Nip sends people through. So I was like, okay, cool. So I said, well, what's up? I said, what's up? So he was just like, I need to get this off my chest. I really want to deliver a message to my daughter. Things was happening to me and I really want to speak on my death. And he said, and you got the balls to do it. And I said, well, baby, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So what you want to do? Okay, let's keep on going. So, now what's crazy was one thing that I noticed that, Grammys, Oscars, all those accolades always comes after the person has passed. Prime example, Nipsey Hussle. He literally was a Grammy nominee for the Victory Lap. As soon as he passed, they talking about, we want to grant you. Come on, man. I ain't got time. All right. So now I looked at Grinnell's net worth. His net worth was $1 million. Now, mind you, he had a heavy influence on the Joker role. He taught Heath how to act. He taught Heath a lot of things when it comes, he started as a photographer. He was born in Australia, made it to the States and found a life for himself, right? So when I asked him about his roommate, again, there were secrets and illusion around this person. I had to deliver the message. I didn't tap into Michael Caine, but that name popped up here. And every time I see his face, he has a little shit face. Okay, so he's probably shitty too. So they always win Grammys. Okay, so Grammys of death. Sorry about that. It's almost because it's like a reward ritual. So it's almost like a slap in the face. Anytime the artist pass and the family actually goes and gets the rewards, or the management team actually get the award for the person, I'm gonna like this just because I feel that Joker popping up in here, and he, like I said, he is a different human being. I don't play around with him because he is funny though. But when I tell he funny, but he will get your ass, and he will trick us, and he will kill your ass. So we want to make sure we light up the blunt, light up the blunt. Okay, you could be listening to Wayne. But anyways, there were 3 people involved. That is something that Heath did recognize. Now, what's funny is that 6 months after Heath's passing, Michelle, not to say anything is wrong with this. Look at his energy, y'all. Look how strong he is. Hey, Heath. How are you? Hey. Hey, Heath. How are you? My beautiful fire sign. So yeah, anyway, Mars. Okay, so Heath was Mars. He took a lot of action. So they talk about how they felt that Heath went crazy. At the end, he didn't. He literally was just stuck into his role. Now, I do see that he was heavily emphasis on mind fucked. He did begin to kind of go. It's not that he was going crazy. It's just that he really couldn't shake that Joker energy, because the entity was so strong. He really couldn't like shake it. 3 people was involved, like I stated. Yeah, when I say she began dating Spike Johns 6 months after Heath's passing. So just 6 months later, this show Love Your Life. This show, your husband, y'all had a child together, childhood friends. They met in the acting industry, okay? Now, it's funny because his net worth went to 16 million. And he talks about gaining a lot of money. A lot of his death in regards revolved around gaining a lot of money. I don't know who you think you are, but your movies flopped right after him passing, because you can never get another Heath Ledger. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some cards for Heath. Heath, is there anything you want to talk about? How do you feel about your roommate, Jerry? I couldn't even cut the deck. The 3 of Swords. He has something to do with his death. He has something to do with the medicines that were taking inside of his body. Moving on. How do you fight? There was a lot of arguments. Okay, a lot of arguments between these 2 people. He's lying. Heavy emphasis. He lies about he's deaf. He lies about the events that happen around them. He doesn't want people to know that they actually got into an argument prior to, and it was all in regards to money. So what happened that night? Let's start with what happened. Let's talk about the drink. Who gave you the drink, Heath? That night was very hard for him. He felt oppression here, okay? So he felt like he might not have no way out. He felt extremely defeated. He felt like he was in jail, imprisonment. It's something about in regards to work. That's why he really wanted the Batman role. He knew better. See, what people fail to realize is that I'm an intuitive person, so I only get the intuitives, and Heath was very much so intuitive. Give me 1 second. Heath was very much so intuitive. So even in this role, he felt imprisoned. He felt like he had no way to go. He was carrying all the burdens. Also, too, the whole separation between his girlfriend and him. They had a new baby, and because he had to go to New York and live, in order to do this role, because sometimes they have to go live in another city. Like, it's just like if you got a role in LA, right? And the role takes 7 to 10 months, a whole year. Sometimes movies takes like 2 years to finish. So you had to go live there sometime, and sometimes you had to go away from your family. So this is how he felt in his last final moments in his home. He had a roommate. He did not live by himself. because they work together. Okay. All right. They work together. So he felt very oppressed. What happened? All right. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm sorry. It's my. Ooh. Y'all bought that OAG Gucci bag. No disrespect, Gucci, but they bought that OA Gucci bag. So don't get shot. Don't get shot. End of the night trying not to get got. Yeah, that's why he be trying not to go to sleep, because he knew that the moment that he went to sleep, that entity, that Joker was going to hop on his ass. See, the Joker was such a demonic energy. He played tricks on him. That's how he was able to act his role out very well. He played tricks on God's plan. So he's okay. So heavy emphasis, he was praying. Heath was very intuitive. He was very close to God. What people don't even understand, he was very close to God. I'm not sure. I'm heavy emphasis on a mother or a grandmother. I'm gonna do this again because when Joker pop up, he's not okay, because he in here playing a motherfucking game right now, and I ain't fucking with you, nigga. Okay. So let me go ahead and We're gonna get messages from the Joker too. It's the only way we're gonna be able to understand Heath. All right, moving forward. So God's plan. So yeah, Heath knew he was gonna die soon. He knew something in regards to the industry. He knew that there was an ending happening. He knew he was gonna get killed. Y'all can't see it, but my flame is blue. I'm not letting his roommate go. He won't let me. He won't let me. He won't let me. So like I was stating, God's plan. So he knew he was going to the heavens very soon. Okay. He knew that he couldn't continue to live. Like he had nowhere to go. He was just jailed. Now, why would an artist feel like that? Or why would an actor feel like that? We'll pull it. Pull one of your roommate. They fought the night before, got into a lot of arguments in regards to like work and things like that. He kept trying to tell Heath, like, you doing this, you tripping, you this, you're doing. He said, no, the fuck, I'm not. And see, honestly, if you understand who I am, he talks about that. There was a mirror. There was a mirror inside that bathroom. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So he knew that his roommate was going to take him out in regards to like the industry, the money, sacrifice. He knew that he was going to be his sacrifice. Because once he started noticing, see, that's the thing. The Joker was actually trying to tell him what was next. But, you know, maybe he didn't hear that. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's all about money. It has to do with his destiny, his financial gain, everything that he gained off the movie. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this. Y'all know I'm going to come back with part 2, right? We'll get into, if I don't get into it today, we will get into the Joker's energy. I do want to do that. So, Ten of Swords. 10 of Wands, I'm sorry. Illusions. Yeah, okay, yeah, he was being haunted. He was a heavy emphasis on he was being haunted every night. And so that's why he was actually scared to go to sleep. It's not that he couldn't go to sleep. He was scared. He didn't want to see what he had been seeing all day. You know what I mean? When he had stepped into that energy of the Joker, see, what happened with the Joker was the Joker experienced a lot of loss in life. The people laughed at him. People joked on him. People you know, didn't appreciate him. Even his mom like shitted on the Joker. The Joker is actually a real person. Yes, it's an entity, but whoever created that person is real. So the industry just really fucked him up. Heavy emphasis every night when he went to the bathroom mirror, he would not look at. He could have broke his mirror. He could have broken his mirror with the Seven of Cups here. What's the Seven of Cups? He could have broke his mirror for real one night, and they had to get it replaced. Heavy emphasis breaking it. Yeah, with the set. I'm telling you, Ten of Swords. That mirror ruined that man. Look at this person staring at the mirror. Look at this person staring at all his options, staring at all the illusions that have been created in his life. Betrayal is here. He was being mentally mind fucked every single night. And you know what? People didn't even take the time to understand that about him. They didn't even take the time to just figure Heath out. Heath was such a sweetheart. He just worked very hard. All he knows is to be an artist. Like he even had his child by an actor, another artist. Okay, so all he knew was art. He was betrayed. Father God, I've been betrayed. Yeah, that beat me like I was a slave. That's probably not the words, but the universe. So what's the universe here? The Pisces. See, God told him that person that was in his house was a water sign, and and see, when you try to pull up his information, you can't find it. 3131 is a very important number. Google that when you get a chance, and hell, when you get Google it, send it to me through my email, because I'm not about to Google it right now. I gotta finish up these messages. God's plan. So yeah, he knew he was seeing God soon. Cause they were betraying him, and he knew it. He knew, and like I told you, this baby was very intuitive. When I say baby, Ten of Pentacles, yeah, he was very intuitive. He had a grandmother, a mother who was very intuitive, or somebody in his family taught him about God. He knew that the end. Okay, so we got God and devil here. So he had to battle being like intuitive, spiritual, and he had to battle the devil here with the industry and the star card. So heavy emphasis on the industry. Yeah, they fucked him. What's the universe? They killed him. The industry killed him. Lying. I ain't kill myself on no fucking. I ain't kill myself off no sleeping pills. Like, that just didn't happen. Like, come on, I took a sleeping pill every day. You mean to tell me that on this particular day, I could bind them? This me. I could bind them all the time. You mean to tell me that this particular night this shit took me out? You got me fucked up, man. Come on now. They killed that man. 3 people are involved. I'm gonna name them. The roommate, Jerry Grinnell, or whatever his damn name is. The housekeeper. Heath had a housekeeper, as well as the massage lady. Actually, there's 4 people. And it's your baby mama. So it's his baby mama. So also too, there was one more saying that he has here. He said final days felt separated from the world, his family and daughter. Heavy emphasis on the breakup. Ooh. That bitch was acting funny, you know it. And so at that time, with him dealing with the Joker, this nigga was going crazy. He listening to the Joker, trying to listen to his higher self at all at once. That's a lot. What's going on in the universe? It took his money. Okay, they knew he became the King of Pentacles. The 16 million. Look at old dude net worth. He's only 1 million. Heath is 16 million. And not only that, but you help Heath become the Joker with your acting and master classes that you still do. You understand? Come on now. You didn't like that. You was very envious and jealous of Heath with the five of wands. So you battled with him. You fought with him. All right. Which left you in the hangman position. Also left Heath in the hangman position too, because you knew better. So you thought to kill him off. You thought if you killed him off, because that's what the industry do, you thought to kill him off. Because there was one pill that was not right. It was a few pills that wasn't right. The top. She's showing me up 4 pills, and they all at the top. None of them, all of them was laced. All of them. So I'm gonna speak my fucking truth when it comes down to yeah. Five of wands. Who you think that is? He knew and he seen what was happening. Come on now. He's seen that shit from a bird's eye view. He's seen his death coming. This was right underneath the fight card, baby. So you make it make sense. The industry is very dangerous. And if he, like, so Heath is okay. He's okay. He's not, like, he's literally resting in peace. He's not, if anything, he does miss his daughter because something about the money. The wife knew about this too. And she got a lot of money. She was gonna get a lot of money behind this. That's why she was dating all them men afterwards. She didn't give a fuck about Heath after a while. There's no way in your right mind that my husband, my boyfriend, my baby daddy, my child's father, if you don't want to call it baby daddy, whatever, my close friend, if they passed away, like, I'm just not going to just up and just say, okay, that's life. No, the fuck I'm not. That's my friend that I lost. That's my lover that I lost. 6 months later, I mean, I know it's 6 months, but come on now. There's a betrayal in regards to Heath's death. If you got nothing else, let me take this picture. Hold on, because I just, no. I need this picture because if y'all didn't get nothing else, this is for promo purposes and permanent purposes only. But come on now. Heath, come on now. It's a betrayal around his death, and he's talking about the pharmaceutical company, and he's talking about his damn roommate, this was an industry thing. It was a wipeout. Man. All I'm saying is don't get scared now. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that, okay? Because, I'm going to leave it at that. I will be back with Heath, and we're going to talk, when I come back, we're going to talk about the Joker's entity. But there's some research I had to do. I can't just keep saying Joker's entity. I actually have to go find out what that demon is. So Heath will teach me about him. I just been very scary because I moved into a new location. So I'm very fucking scared. Truth of the matter is, okay. But let me tell you something. You could have been anywhere in the world today, but you decided to be here with me. And because of that, I thank you. I love you, and thank you for your love and support. Peace and blessings to you.